It's actually kind of funny. Now I do have cable in my apartment, which is awesome. However, because it's been a good while since I really seen any TV. I mean, again, I went to the local bar and watched football games. That's always something. But for one, I don't have all the channels I really wanted. The only one I really want I don't have is the NFL Network. Seriously, why do I not have the NFL Network? That's so weird. But also, for every one thing you're looking forward to watch, there's always there may always be something about it that's not necessarily favorable. Take last night, for instance. Now, I was more than excited to watch the Jets-Patriots game, even though I knew the Patriots were going to win. And boy, did they ever. I'll get to that momentarily. When it was very clear that the score was already 7-0, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see if there are other shows on. And I forgot. Oh, right. I used to do videos on my thoughts on The Voice. I should probably watch that. And unfortunately, the most interesting part of The Voice is long over, at least for me, which are the blind auditions. So, not really much point watching that. The only other thing that's remotely good that I do sort of like is Dancing with the Stars, but, again, I already missed so much of it that I don't really know how to follow the sort of narrative that, it's going with. At least in terms of the and by narrative, I mean, who was already on, who was eliminated, stuff like that. So, yeah. Don't know how I'm going to deal with The Masked Singer, which, again, I can finally watch it, but I already missed several weeks. Don't really know. Here's the thing. I haven't even looked, it'd be easy for me to just literally right now look at the spoilers as to who was on, who was in the mask, if you will, and, who was eliminated. But, I was already so invested when The Masked Singer first premiered that a part of me doesn't really want to spoil it for myself. On the other hand, let's be honest. Outside of listening to some celebrities sing while wearing funny costumes, the really only important things about the show are at the beginning when you find out who's going to be singing, and at the end when you find out, who's eliminated. So, in that regard, it would be okay for me, to just, again, look up spoilers as to who was on and who was eliminated. But, I don't know what I'll do. This is hard. This is actually I'm in quite the pickle in that regard. Says the guy who made pickled onions a couple weeks ago and proclaimed to the world via making daily videos that he's Pickle Nick. I'm Pickle Nick. I actually almost wanted to make that my costume for Halloween. I really almost wanted to make that my costume for Halloween. The problem is, I have no idea how to construct a giant pickle costume. I really don't. In fact, truth be told, my costume is going to consist of everyday clothes with just a couple of props to make it look like I'm a character from a certain movie franchise. Don't worry. It might actually be the first time I ever take a selfie, and I actually won't mind doing it. Because, I gotta show off the costume somehow. I could wear the costume, simply by sitting and simply make the video, as I am, but you really wouldn't get to see the entirety of the full costume. Again, quite the pickle. And I didn't even do the intro yet. Good morning, happy Monday, everybody. So, yeah. As soon as the score was 24-0, and it wasn't even halftime yet, I'm like, that's it. I'm going to bed. And Wake up and find out the Patriots scored 9 more points. I shall presume they were all field goals. And, yeah, the final score was 33-0. Yeah, it's, at the very least, it's pretty fair to say that if you want to go to the Super Bowl and you're in the AFC, you gotta go through Foxborough as of this moment in time. Now, again, still a little early to make that call. I mean, again, by all accounts, we're technically not even halfway through the season. I mean, because I guess after week 9 would be considered over halfway. Because, I mean, there's 17 weeks. Each team gets a bye week. And, there is no even number. When 17 is obviously not an even number to therefore, make a legitimate half of a season. So, but, I guess in the direct middle of that would be the number 9. So, let's just say after week 9, we'll say we're over halfway through the season. So, not the end of this week, but next week. So, we got time. And luckily, my Dallas Cowboys come back from a bye week and we play the Giants. So, that'll be fun. And then our schedule gets significantly harder. Because after the Giants, we then have the Vikings, then the Lions, and then the Patriots. We play Buffalo on Thanksgiving. We do play the Bears, I think, after that. I know we play the Eagles at some point. Oh, Eagles, Rams, and then Redskins? I think I just picked out the rest of our schedule. Hold on, let me just quickly look it up. Pretty sure I got it all. Okay, Patriots, Bills, Bears, Rams, Eagles, yeah, shoot. And we're playing the Redskins the day after my birthday, too, so that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, my birthday's going to be on a Saturday. Birthday weekend, woo! It's going to be exciting. Don't know what we'll do, though. Well, I say will, as in, my family is obviously going to want to celebrate it because, it's just what we do. Yeah. Huh. I just realized. By that point, it's going to be like the first birthday I celebrate as an uncle. The twins! That's exciting, isn't it? Oh, man. I've said this before, but I'll continue to say it because it couldn't be more true if it tried. But, I could have just the worst day ever. But you know what? I'm going to be an uncle soon. I'm going to be okay. That's just how it is. And I'm glad for it. So, that's always, pretty cool. Although, speaking of, being an uncle or to, a baby, believe it or not long ago, one of my cousins actually just had a son of their own. Now, I know I never I don't name names so as not to embarrass or offend anyone, but come on. He's not even 6, I don't think he's even 5 months old at this point. Not even 5 months. Just be safe from it. Not even 1 year old. Again, his birthday isn't for a good long while, but I want to make sure I get the thing right. Not even 1 year old. His parents, which are my cousin and his wife, are more than responsible enough to make sure that someone at that age is not remotely on social media. So, I guess I can say his name. So, his name is Declan. And that entire family, his parents, are huge Game of Thrones fans. You're probably wondering, what's that got to do with anything? Well, even though I have no idea who this person is, the newest guest on Hot Ones is going to be Macy Williams, who is known for being on Game of Thrones. Again, I've said this before, I don't watch Game of Thrones. I don't really, I never read the books, never really did anything. So that stuff sort of flies over my head. But I do know a lot of people do like it. And that does include, Declan's parents, my cousin and, his wife, which, hi guys, in case you're watching, hi. So yeah, that's really cool. Again, for those of you guys who don't know my policy, it's true I never name names, so it's not to embarrass or offend anyone. I'm still going to do that. However, some exceptions do include, if the person whose name I'm saying is too young to be on social media and therefore may not be aware of this, or if, they're a famous person, because, again, they're famous. Everyone would know who they are if I were to say their names. So, there's that. And one final exception I will make is, if you're a guest star on these videos, and therefore everyone gets a chance to meet you, I will be therefore able to say your name. So there's that. Although that being said, though, probably was wondering the other day, one of the videos I did when I was at Trinity Poly is I actually had the opportunity to show you guys that one plaque that had all the names of the 88 individuals who graduated in my graduating class at Trinity Poly, which was the class of 2009. Now, I say 88, which does include me, so if for whatever reason it does not include me, that would be 87. So, yes. I showed you technically the names of the 87 individuals I graduated with. I do believe it was day 644, part 1, is when I showed you showed you that plaque. I also showed you the plaques of several of the years whom, even though I didn't graduate with them, they were plenty of people that I knew. And I was very blessed to know them. I'm very blessed that they're my friends. I'm blessed that I can call them my brothers. That is awesome. So, yeah. Man, I don't know how to explain it, but don't get me wrong, I've had a pretty solid year this year. I know it's not even November yet, the year is almost over, but, something can still happen that can completely change it over its head. That could rear its ugly head, that could therefore change the overall perspective of how good the year is what I was trying to get at. My point is, this has been a pretty good year. I dare say that the month of October, probably the best. It's hard to say because, a lot of really great stuff happened in March. Actually, that's when Declan was born. No, wait, that's not when Declan was born. That's when someone I know who got engaged. It was when it happened. Sorry, ignore that part. March is, I guess the only really disappointing thing about that month is, if you guys remember, I participated in the world record for the world's largest shamrock made by a group of people. What's disappointing about it is it turns out we didn't get the record because even though it looks like a shamrock from above, you can still see gaps of people, and that's why they didn't count it. Well, dude, lots of people wanted to be there, and you wouldn't let them do it because you didn't have enough ponchos. That's on you guys. Luckily, in case you ever do it again, I saved my poncho, so all I gotta do is show up with it, and I'll be good to go. And I'm gonna try and get everyone I can. I'm gonna try and get my folks. I'm gonna try and get my brother and his wife, You know, and my 2 nephews, because they'll definitely be born then. So, yeah. So, that's already, it's like 20 people right there. It's only like not even, it's actually only half a dozen, but yeah. That's how it is. So, yeah. Can't really wait for that. So, here's hoping Elmira decides to try and break the record again. Because to the good people of Elmira, you know, again, I saved my poncho. I'll be ready and raring to go when that day comes. It's going to be awesome. Although that being said, I am going to wear an extra layer because I really did need to bundle up at the time. So, yeah. It really is a toss-up between March and October what year I think was better, but who knows? Maybe, I mean, at the end of the year, I'll do like some sort of retrospective as to how the year went. So, I'll definitely have time to think about that. Yeah. And to think, this whole thing started out with the potential burdens of finally having cable. Like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms. I am very humble. I made this video for all you guys to watch and enjoy today. I'm hoping you have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, you guys want to talk or chat, I was going to be in the middle. Always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.